Okay, welcome to the November 20th Whitley County Commissioner meeting. We'll go ahead and start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First item on the agenda, the Title VI plan.
I'll move to approve the plan as presented.
And I will go ahead and second that. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Dan Weigold, Pictometry contract. There you are.
I believe you should have a contract before you, the aerial photography that we're trying to shoot for with Pictometry. There's three areas there you need to sign. I don't know if everybody's had a chance to take a look at them. The benefit of the commissioners and the work that Mr. Bilger on with the Whitley County RDC, he was able to get another $2,000 on top of what they were already getting for a total of $6,000 per pay. As you know, we break this payment in 3 different years. That's why we stay with Pictometry, because everybody else wants the money right up front. So, Whitley County RDC is going to get a total of $18,000. Get my glasses at home. And assessor is giving $5,000 a year for a total of $15,000. County Highway is giving $6,000 for $2,000 a year. We were able to get $2,000 a year from the Sheriff's Department for $6,000. Columbia City is giving $5,000 a year for $15,000, and which left $25,090.50 left from seated. So the total price is $135,271.50. So we was able to get, thanks to like I say, the work of Nathan, working with RDC and a couple other entities, we were able to get contributions from other people to help bring the cost down from seated this year. So we're planning to fly next spring. And once that takes care, we usually get photos about August, September, hopefully before that, but that's usually the way that runs. So hopefully we'll have those, and like I say, with Pictometry, you not only get the ortho product, but you also get the oblique images as well, which is very beneficial for our assessor and Sheriff's Department, planning. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So a lot of people have a lot of benefits to these aerials. We're staying with 3-inch pixel resolution instead of going to 1-inch. I didn't think that was, or nice, but at added expense, I don't think we need that. I think the 3-inch pixel resolution works very well for us. And so the state gave us 6-inch pixels, but they're workable. Let's just say that they're not as accurate as 3-inch is what we get. So that's why we decided to stay with Pictometry in this situation. So you guys have any questions?
I don't have any, Zach.
Yeah, we reviewed it. It looked great. We had one minor markup to their contract, just pursuant to the last county audit. We have to add some contract language about disbarment and suspension. So I don't know if we were able to circulate that to the company that's doing the Pictometry or not.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to understand what you were saying.
Yes, so there's pursuant to the last county audit, we have to include certain terms within all of our agreements with any service providers. And so we had to add in one contract term into their agreement that they provided us.
Oh, okay.
But I was not able to circulate it to, I think it's Lowell. Yeah, and so if we could maybe circulate that to them.
Sure. Yeah, totally. So yeah, if you get that to me, I'll get that to them right away. So do we need to hold off on the signing or?
Yeah, I think that we need to wait. I would entertain a motion allowing myself or Commissioner Banks to sign it once that phrase is, yeah.
I'll move to hold off until, I guess, table it until the change can be made, and then Vice Chair Basinger and Chairman Banks can sign it.
Okay, and I will second that motion. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries.
So will we be able to sign it next commissioner meeting? Or can we sign it?
So as soon as that phrase gets put in there, Chatterite will sign it.
I was gonna say, because I know they were hoping to have this thing signed by the end of the month, because of the way they schedule their, trying to get things scheduled for next spring. He was hoping we could get that signed by the end of the month, so I didn't know if we get that approved.
Yeah, we already have the change made. It's just that they haven't viewed it. So they would have to sign off on it. I think we would prefer to have our signed copy and we sign it.
Okay,
So then it's official, not waiting on their signature.
I'll give them a call as soon as they get up there.
Perfect. I'll get it to you this afternoon.
Okay. All right, well, thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thanks.
Nathan Bilger, plat approvals.
Good afternoon. I have two plats for your review and approval and acceptance. The first one, both of these went through the Plan Commission in October. The first one is a one lot plat to be called the Paddock Plantation. This is splitting off a little over 9 acre parcel off of 700 East, just north of State Road 14, just west of Legacy Preserve and just north of what is still Fort Wayne Trees, I believe. And then also the Paddock Event Center is being finished right there as well. So there is some connection. The Paddock Event Center has the southern portion of this property that it's being split from. Because this is less than 10 acres in size, it required platting as 1 acre or as a one lot plat. Future intentions may be to sell it or as a buildable lot, but currently the current owner just wants it as a woods for hunting, basically. So any questions for me on that one?
I'll move to approve as presented.
I'll second that. Is there any further discussion? Those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries.
That one, yeah, you can of course sign after the meeting. It's a little bit more efficient. The second plat is Horn Wolf subdivision. That name actually comes from the two landowners involved, in case you were wondering. This is located on the shore of Goose Lake, and what it did was the two owners owned between them 3 platted lots plus a platted walkway, and in order to evenly split those among the two different landowners, they had to go through a replat process to reconfigure all of that. The walkway is being shifted but not eliminated. There was one person who was concerned about that at the Plan Commission meeting, and their concern was resolved when they knew that it wasn't going away. It was just being relocated by about 15 feet or so. So again, this comes to you with, of course, the primary plat approval from Plan Commission at their October meeting. Any questions on that?
I'll move to approve the Horn Wolf subdivision as presented.
Second. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you. Whitley County Council on Aging vehicle upgrade.
Good afternoon. So in addition to the vehicle update, I also have a voucher for consideration as well. I'll send that down just to take a look at that. I'll quickly talk about the voucher. So this is our quarterly voucher for our operating expenses. And we are claiming $87,199 on this claim with a local match of $87,200. We've expired all of the state funding that's available to us, which means the local match and the NDOT amount are virtually 50-50 at this point. But we have to cover just over 50%. So you'll see that dollar higher for our local match. But that's just our quarterly operating claim that we're submitting. You'll see the funds remaining prior to the signature of this claim is just over $204,500 available to us. Our fourth quarter is always one of our larger quarters because our insurance expense comes out in the fourth quarter. So we see this every year where there's always kind of a larger amount claimed in that final quarter of the year. So any questions about that?
I have none.
I'll move to approve the quarterly pay and voucher as presented.
Second, all those in favor, or I'm sorry, is there any further discussion? Those in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries.
No,
No,
it's okay. This one's all right in black ink.
Okay.
Thank you. And then I'm pleased to report that in 2024, we had originally submitted a request for a minivan and a small transit bus those are just the vehicles that are up for replacement in our fleet for next year. We'd originally been under the impression that the small transit bus would not be available to us. I've since found out that is no longer the case, that we will plan to receive a minivan and a small transit bus next year. So that's great news for us, especially given the fact that one of our drivers was involved in an accident recently where the vehicle was totaled. Fortunately, no one was injured, but the vehicle, we finally found out after several months, is in fact totaled. So I'll still be waiting to hear from that driver's insurance company regarding the final check for the value of that vehicle. And I have submitted a request for the release of that title. So I know that that's kind of in motion with you all as well. And then finally, I've spoken with Cammie and given her the heads up, but just wanted to let everyone know that contracts for NDOT for next year for our operating budget and for the capital purchase of those two vehicles will be coming in the next couple of weeks. Those are all signed virtually. And so we'll get you the information. I'll do my best to get, I believe I'll get the copy of the contract ahead of time that I can send to the attorney for his review prior to Chad's signature.
Okay, wonderful.
Very good.
Thank you. Ryan gets annual bid packet and bid notice.
Good afternoon. This is our, we're about a month behind on this, and I'll blame that on my newness, not knowing it. I had to go out and typically in October or early November. So I was hoping to get that signed today, if at all possible, and I can get it sent out to our vendors that bid on annual supplies, fuel, aggregates, asphalt, emulsion, liquid asphalt. That gets us our pricing for the year.
I have no issues signing it. Tiffany, I was going to ask, it has Commissioner Banks' name on here. Can I cross it out, or should Ryan get a new one with my name on it?
Is it a resolution?
Notice taggers.
It would be preferable to have one that has your name on it.
Okay.
If in the essence of time, since it sounds like maybe we could just cross it out and put a line. But for future, maybe we just leave it. You can title it just in case that we have a scenario like this where somebody is absent, that we could have anyone sign it, so long as the commissioners authorize said person to sign it. I'll provide a form, so in the future we don't run into this problem.
I can make the change as soon as I get back to the office and email it to you, if that would be preferable.
You could do the authorize you to sign, and then you could sign it after he's able to make the change.
Yeah, I would feel comfortable with that. I can stop in and sign that. So
I'll move to approve that with the change pending to get Commissioner Basinger's name.
I'll second that. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
And we have one facility request. It's one that we get every year from the Columbia City Fire Department. They do their Christmas candy giveaway and utilize the sidewalks around the courthouse. I have no issues with it. They're respectful every year of the property, and I would entertain a motion to approve it.
So moved.
Second, is there any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. Payroll accounts payable.
I had the opportunity to go up earlier today and payroll and everything looked to be in order. So I'll move to approve payroll.
Second, is there any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries.
And I also went through accounts payable claims. Everything looked to be business as usual, so saw no issues. I will move to approve accounts payable.
Second, is there any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Okay, next item is the meeting minutes approval.
Minutes look fine, so I will move to approve the minutes as presented.
Second, is there any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. All right, right now we'll take public comment. Would anyone like to come up and speak? Okay, Zach, do you have anything?
Nothing.
Tiffany? I have nothing. Okay, all right. Well, I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you all for coming. We'll adjourn.